I guess unmute mic. Oh, that would make sense. Ha! I have it muted here, and now okay. Okay. Hopefully this works. Hello. So welcome to this beautiful manifesting Monday. I'm gonna be doing. I was doing different, those series in the group. Then I took a little bit of a break. It was getting a little bit too much for me, and but now I'm gonna start doing them again because I think they're fun. There's so many different topics that I wanted to cover, and sometimes there's just not enough time to cover everything. So I think this is a great way to kind of get different things and teach you guys different things, especially every day. So today is Monday, and I know I've done a series where I've done basically Mondays. I love to talk about manifesting money and just things like that, right? So today we're gonna do manifesting Monday, and the thing that I wanted to talk about today is that one hack that is going to supercharge your manifestations, because a lot of times we want to manifest things and we're doing the work. We are doing the visualizations, we're doing the vision boards, we are doing the scripting, we're doing the affirmations, we're just doing everything. So we're working on our mindset, we're working on us, and somehow things are just not happening. So basically, so this is what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna basically try to keep it. I'm just trying to see if you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, please put a one in the comments. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. I always like to know where everybody's tuning in from. And also, if you're new here, well, welcome to the community. And if you have been around for a bit and not really active, well, welcome. And of course, always introduce yourself. Love to know you on a one-on-one basis. And if you have missed any of the other trainings, go back and look at them. I have done trainings. So I started the month of September with talking about human design. There's been a lot of posts about it, and a lot of questions have been coming up. So I decided, hey, let me do kind of an overview of human design. So if you missed that, go back and look at that training. It just gives you an overview of what is human design. And next, I'm gonna be jumping into the different types of human design, and then the different strategies and all this stuff, and just kind of give you guys a breakdown of human design, right? Um, so look for that. I'm gonna be scheduling those out for the month of September, and then October we're gonna be. So let's talk about manifestation. So again, you've been doing all the work, you're visualizing, you're doing the vision board, you are doing the scripting and everything, but some of things are not working for you. So a lot of times what happens is when things are not working for us, we tend to do what? We tend to throw in the towel. Because that is our regular response. Our mind, our brain, and I would say our mind is basically our ego. Tells us, you know what? If this thing is working, just put it to the side. Let's just stop it, and we'll find something else that works. So a lot of times we find ourselves jumping from one thing to another to another to another because we're trying to see what works. And yes, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I have reinvented myself. I am still reinventing myself, but the thing is that I'm sure a lot of most of you guys know maybe the tale of what is it, the turtle and the hare. I know my kids were reading that when they were younger in daycare. And the tale of the turtle and the hare goes, right, that the turtle and the hare had a competition race. So a hare is a rabbit, right, or bunny. I guess we'll just call it bunny for whoever doesn't know. I didn't know what it was because, yeah, when I first learned English, I was like, "What is that?" So basically, so the bunny and the turtle had a race, and then the bunny, of course, the bunny is a lot faster than the turtle. So the bunny is like, "Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna run almost to the finish line, And so the bunny started running, and it got so far advanced ahead of the turtle. He said, "You know what? There's a nice tree. I'm a little tired. Let me take a nap." And what happens? The bunny fell asleep, and then the turtle basically started, going slow and steady, consistently in their pace, and it actually won the race because the rabbit fell asleep. So, what is the moral of the story? Yes, we can jump around and find different things, but I'm sure many of you guys have heard of basic, is it shiny object syndrome? I don't even know if this is a real syndrome. I have to look it up. But so basically, we think, oh, there's this new thing on the market. Let me try this. This new thing on the market. Let me try this. There's this new thing on the market. And so again, because we've been doing the scripting, we've been doing the visualization, we've been doing all this stuff, and we've been doing our goal setting for years, and just it's not working. They're just not coming pass. So we think, of course, it must be that this thing is not working. But this other thing works because I see other people do. So let's talk about this because again, it's not that this thing is not working. It's just that maybe you're just not aligned and you're not working all the energies with it so that it actually will work. And one of the things which brings me to that one hack that will really help you to basically manifest in super speed is you cannot manifest from a lack. And most of the time, the reason why things don't work is because we are operating from lack. We're not operating from abundance. We're not operating from more. We're operating from not enough. It's not working. This is never gonna work. We're always operating from lack. So our emotions, our energies are basically in lack. So there's that little voice that's telling you, oh, this is never gonna work. That's your lack little voice. And you listen to the voice and then you give up on it. When, I'm sure you have also heard of the analogy of being 3 feet from gold. Sometimes we're so close, but there's different obstacles that come to us. And then it just takes that one thing to have a breakthrough. But we just give up 3 feet from gold because we're like, no, this is not working. It's just not gonna work. So again, you cannot manifest from lack because lack is just gonna attract lack. So when you're thinking, right, when you're thinking those thoughts, when you're thinking, oh, it's not gonna work, and sometimes I would love to know in the comments because I have done it. I have done it where you start something and in the back of your mind, you're already telling yourself it's not gonna work. No, this is not gonna launch or this is not gonna create any like how many of you guys have ever thought that like, oh, I've done it before, I haven't had any sales, so it's not gonna work. And we do that, and that the universe, like, I mean, God wants to give you everything that you want in your life, but the thing is that we're the ones that already say, "No, it's not gonna work." So we put that energy of lack out there, and when we put that energy of lack, basically God and the universe is like, "Okay, well, you don't want it anyways because you're saying it's not gonna work. I have that, and I have something even better for you." So we're just like, well, it's not gonna work because it because of our previous experiences, right? But sometimes the previous experiences are the ones that actually didn't work, but maybe this time it will work because you have practice, you have practice, you have practice. It's the same like I tell my kids. A lot of times, we wanna succeed at the first time, and, for example, let's take soccer a second. So my kids play soccer, and of course, everybody wants to shoot goals, but, I mean, if you look at it, not everybody's able to get that ball into the goal, and sometimes they're in front of the goal, and they still don't get it in, and it's not that they're bad or they're worse, it's just because they haven't practiced enough, because it takes practice, right? Everything takes practice. So maybe that time when those things were just not working for you was because you haven't perfected your messaging yet. Maybe you're just speaking to everybody. And so everybody's confused, like, are you talking to me or are you talking to her or are you talking to him? Like, who are you talking to? So a lot of times that's just the thing. And so we basically, when it comes to those things, we have to realize that it's just practice, right? But we attract this lackness because again, if our mind thinks, "Oh, this is not gonna work," the universe is like, "Oh, yes, you don't want it to work, right? Because I'm gonna send you more of it because this is what you want. This is what you're thinking of, right?" So God is like, "Okay, great. This is what you want. So this is what I'm giving you." And you think like, "Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? Why is all this stuff happening?" And so it's not that. It's really because you haven't shifted your mindset yet. You haven't shifted from the lack mentality yet. You haven't shifted into the abundance. So you have to think of the abundance. You have to think of this is gonna work. This I know this is it. This is the thing that is gonna happen and it's gonna work. And the funny thing is sometimes we just oh you know what I need to post and I need to do this video, I need to do all this stuff. And again, we kind of beat ourselves up. But you know what the funny thing is? I get the most messages and the most, let's say, answers or comments, for example, on my post or like on things that I post. When I really when I post things, and then I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have all those people respond to me. And then I go, and for example, I go work out or I do something else. And then all of a sudden the notifications are coming in. And it is too funny because it works every time. Because a lot of times, we're on this in this again, this lack where we're like in this anxiety, like, oh no, just commented it. I just posted it a second ago. How come nobody has said anything? How come I didn't even get a like? How come I didn't nothing? And we're in this anxiety mode, and what happens when we're in this anxiety mode? We basically turn that we project that energy onto that, and then people are like, they're reading like, "Oh, this is weird. Like, I don't want to comment on this. This is it's you can feel it. You can feel it even through, I mean, social media, whatever it is. You can feel it. You feel it when you get a message and it's like, oh my god, this is like not a message I want to get. And it's kind of like I know all of you guys have gotten those messages that where you're like, you know what, I know where this is going. Like, thank you so much. So it's that ick factor, right? That ickiness of I don't want this. So again, if you're in lack, you cannot manifest. So I want you guys to start changing that and actually believing that yes, this is what I'm doing, this is gonna work. I want you to start shifting your perspective and shift your perspective into abundance. Always think abundance, even if you don't have it yet. That's okay. It will come. It just hasn't caught up yet. Amazon hasn't delivered the abundance package yet, but it's on its way. It's coming via Prime. Okay, you know it's coming. So just have the faith and just know that it is coming, but just start operating in abundance. So that is my little hack for today, for Monday. I hope this message lands with you guys, and feel free, to post in the comments if you are if you have been basically working out of lack, but now are going to start working in abundance. And I want to know once that Prime package arrives, put it in the comments because we want to celebrate you. So thank you so much for watching and tune in again next Monday for some other. We're going to be talking again either about manifestation mindset or money. Those are the three topics for Monday. I just love all of those topics, and that's the topics we're going to talk about. So next Monday, we're going to be talking about something else. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And again, if you, for those of you guys watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you guys can be notified whenever I go live again. And again, let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love to know, love to connect with you. And happy manifesting and have a wonderful week.